Hey there, it's me, Dr. Tiff. Let me tell you, I am so nervous about this episode. I should not be nervous. I shouldn't even claim the spirit of nervousness. However, this is where I am right now. I have done so many podcast episodes, and for whatever reason, even on the first episode, I was not nervous. I am nervous today because I'm going to tell you about something that I have been working on for over a year. It has been over a year. There have been so many iterations, so many changes, so many ups, downs, highs, lows. But your girl's been working, and I'm finally ready to present to you the new and improved, the one within. Let's go. Hi, I'm Dr. Tiff, your relationship transformation coach. I've spent the past 20 years working with high-achieving women just like you who are crushing it in every area of their lives, everywhere except their relationships. And look, I get it. Finding the one ain't easy, and relationships are hard. But you know what's even harder? Cycling through the bad ones, or worse, staying in relationships when you already know they're not a good fit. You want a relationship of ease, uncomplicated, someone to love you down, but instead you've been suffering through bad dates, sexual incompatibility, and someone who might be good for somebody, but not for you. And if we're really being honest, you know that deep down, the work that really needs to be done starts and ends with you. If you're done wasting time in dead-end relationships and sick of looking for, chasing after, or trying to convince somebody to be the one, and you're ready to become the one, then baby, you're in the right place. So prop your feet and let's clink glasses, because I'm giving you the tea and the tips to fix your relationships. Let's go. Hello, it's me, Dr. Tiff, and you are listening to Fix Your Relationships podcast. I'm so excited that you're here with me today. As you heard in the intro, I am a little nervous. I don't know. I'm just nervous. I'm nervous and I'm giddy. I'm happy. I'm excited. I am thrilled to finally be relaunching a program that we did earlier in the year. Now, if you are one of my girls that's been with me for a while, many of you participated in my 30-day journaling challenge at the top of the year. It started January 1. You know that I worked on it for a long time prior to launching that. And you guys were able to kind of take advantage of that program. Now, what you may not have known at the time is that was kind of a beta test for me. I wanted to engage interest in what we were offering. I wanted to see if it was actually helpful. Like I had an idea that it would be and that you guys would get a lot out of it. And you did. Many of you have heard from and have gotten some positive feedback, have gotten just feedback in general. Every piece of feedback is definitely helpful. And, I've been requesting for people to just give me the feedback so that I can make this program what I need it to be, what you need it to be in order to become the one. And that's what, everything that I've been doing is all about, helping you guys become the one. So today, I want to talk to you guys about the one within. It is no longer a journaling challenge. There is still journaling involved. That's the core of this program. But we are calling it now the one within 30-day reset. Yes, the one within 30-day reset. This is a one-of-a-kind guided journaling experience that I designed in order to help you get to the bottom of your relationship challenges, to help you focus on yourself, okay? Focusing on you is the highlight of everything that we do around here. With Fixing Your Relationships, with this podcast, I talk to you each and every week about things that you can do, not things that your partner can do, but things that you can do. And what I found over the 20 plus years in working with women and working with couples, but also working with women, is that people need to take ownership of their things, gather your things, take care of your things, fix your stuff. And we cannot, especially in our romantic relationships, we cannot spend the bulk of our time trying to either fix or change our partners. That is their choice. That is something that they have to take ownership in and want to do. If you've ever been in a relationship where you've asked your partner to do something or stop doing something, it is so much their choice, whether or not they do or don't do the thing. And sometimes they do the thing and they can hold it together for a little bit of time. But at the end of the day gone in. And sometimes they go back into their patterns once they find out that you are satisfied. So what I work with women on is owning their stuff, understanding their patterns, understanding their triggers, understand what might have happened in previous relationships, understand the things that they've missed, the things that they've overlooked, the things that they swept under the rug. When we get to the bottom of those patterns so that we can stop making the same mistakes over and over again. We can stop picking the wrong person and partners over and over again. We can start prioritizing our own growth and transformation so that once we nail down all of these things, once we get very, very clear on what our patterns are, what our desires actually are, what we need out of relationships rather than what we want out of relationships, once we can get all of that stuff nailed down, the one is no longer hard to find. And actually, you realize that you are the one. That's what the Become the One process is all about. And the one within my 30-day reset is step on in that process. Okay. So come on a little journey with me. I'm going to tell you a lot about the one within 30-day reset, what you can expect and how you can become the one and find the one within. So is this program for you? That's the first question. Who is this program for? If you are someone who has struggled in relationships or you just can't seem to get it right, whether that is, like I said before, you're picking the wrong partners. You seem to always have a type that is attracted to you. And I think I said this in a in a podcast a few weeks ago. Is it that I asked the question, is it that you keep attracting the wrong person, or are you calling in the wrong person? Are you seeking out the wrong type of person? Do you know who you should be partnered with? I think many of us have a type. But that doesn't mean that our type is right for us. What we might be attracted to might not be what's best for us. And so identifying things like that. If you have a spirit of self-sabotage, where things are going well in the relationship, but for whatever reason, you might try and test your partner or do something to push them away just to see if they will fight for you. Perhaps you are a love bomber or you have a history of being love bombed. That's a thing. It could be that there are some obvious red flags that go on in your relationships early on that you routinely miss. Maybe dating just sucks for you because you just can't seem to feel comfortable. Being vulnerable is hard. Perhaps you are in a relationship right now. Communication is bad. You're struggling to get on the same page. Sexual incompatibility is a thing and you don't know how to fix that. You know that there's so much work that needs to be done in your relationship, but you also know that if you're really being honest, you have some work that you should be doing too, but you've been putting it off. You've been saying, I'll get around to that. Or once the relationship gets better, then I'll take the necessary time to work on me. Once the kids have their stuff together, I'll take the time to work on me. Once I get the promotion, I'll take the time to work on me. Many of you guys are crushing it in so many areas of your lives, except relationships. I have many clients that I've worked with that on the outside, on paper, it just looks pristine, honey. Y'all are some bad bees, okay? You know what I mean? Y'all are just great. But then you're either single or dating, or in situationships, or you can't seem to get out of relationships what you put in. You're struggling with communication, fighting all the time with your partner, trying to figure out why your boundaries always get overstepped. Okay. Now, we can't take ownership for anyone else's stuff, right? But I do believe wholeheartedly a couple of things. I believe that we teach people how to treat us. I also believe that sometimes the reason why we haven't, quote unquote, found the one is because we haven't yet become the one for the one that God has for us. And so that is my goal, to help prepare you to become the one, so that when the one does cross your path, because as I told you before, sometimes that person has already crossed you several times and you just haven't seen them. And you haven't seen them because you haven't done the work to get the clarity to know that that person is the one. And I want you to have that. I know that you deserve that. And I know that you deserve that. And so let's stop pussyfooting around, as my mama would say. Let's stop pussyfooting around, putting off what we should be doing today. And what we should be doing today is focusing on ourselves. The core principle of the Become the One process is helping you learn how to effortlessly call in the love that you desire and deserve while focusing on your own growth and transformation. This process, the one within 30-day reset, is strictly about you focusing on your own growth and transformation. And you desperately deserve that. If you are a part of my orbit, hear me when I say you deserve to focus on you. We have so many things, each of us has so many things going on in our lives where our focus is so divided, and we give ourselves the bare minimum. We give ourselves the leftover, okay? And we're not doing that anymore. We are getting ready to go into 2026, okay? And I'm not going to have you going into 2026 starting to figure out how 20 should go in your relationships, in dating, in your self-care and self-work. We're going to figure that out now. We're figuring it out now so that when 2026 starts and you guys start doing your little vision boards, you're already clear. The vision is already clear. It's already plain. You know what you need to do. Too often we wait until it's vision board time to start identifying the things that we want. The problem with that is if you haven't done the necessary pre-work to understand what you need, not what you want, but what you need in order to get the goal that you want to have, then you're done before you even started. And I'm not having that with y'all. Okay, I'm sick and tired. Okay, I'm not having that with y'all. And so let me talk to you, because I could go on and start preaching and teaching today. But I do want to talk to you guys about the one within and who it's for. So yes, you've been avoiding self-work. You've been putting off telling yourself that, once I get into the next relationship, then I'll make some changes and do the work. Okay. Or once we get things together, I'll start doing it. If you're someone that's been blaming your partner or partners, the series of partners that you've dated or had or been married to or whatever, if you've been blaming everybody else for something that is showing up consistently in every relationship, if there is something that keeps showing up consistently in every relationship that you find yourself in, honey, you might be the problem. Okay? You might be the problem, sis. And so that is why we are doing the one within 30-day reset. It is about uncovering what those patterns are and going ahead, knuckling under and confronting those patterns, confronting those issues, confronting those triggers and saying, hey, this keeps happening to me. And there's another thing, right? Is it happening to you or is it happening for you? Perhaps there's a message in there. There's a reason why that keeps happening to you. And it might be because there is something that you need to do or not do to change your outcome. The one within 30-day reset addresses those issues, helps you figure those things out so that you have a record. You have now an agenda. You recognize the patterns before they even start. And when they show up, you're not blaming nobody else for it. You own it and you make the necessary changes. You move on. You have strategy to do that. Okay. A lot of people that were, that took this course when I offered it before, did so because they were at a crossroads. Okay. And so that's another person. If you're this person that's at a crossroads, you need to make some decisions. You feel stuck. You don't know where to start. You need a little bit of guidance, a little bit of tough love, some direction. The one within is a great place to get all of that. and more. So let me tell you about the one within. I'll tell you about what it was earlier this year. A lot of it has stayed the same, but there are some new additions that I'm excited to share with you. Earlier in the year when we did this, it was 30 days. Our participants at that time received daily emails from me and a daily journal prompt. Okay. And this was a downloadable journal prompt that they could read. I also, and these episodes have been removed, but I also did a podcast episode for them each and every day. A video pod. Can you imagine, honey? If you're new, what a time. Okay. What a time. Because I spent that whole month, probably up until day 21, 24, somewhere around in there. I didn't believe I was going to do 30 straight episodes, but I did. Your girl got it. Your girl did it. So I did the episodes each day to record giving a tutorial of how to get those prompts done. They are self-explanatory. This is definitely something that you could do on your own. But I do think because this is a guided journaling experience, this is something that I want to help you with. I want to see you see this thing through. And I want to give you the tools and the ability to ask questions, to help you think through some of these prompts, because some of them are super easy, some of them are hard. None of them should take more than about 5 to 10 minutes a day. But for some of us, if you're not used to doing this type of work, it may take you a little bit longer. But what I don't want, because I know all of you ladies are busy, whether you're stay-at-home moms, whether you're crushing it on your 9-to-5s, whether you're entrepreneurs, many of you have diverse lives, interests, things that you got going on. And so you don't have a lot of time or it's not that you don't have the time. Let me reframe that. It's not that you don't have the time. You haven't made the time for yourself. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. We do. And we make time for the things that are important to us. And what I am telling you is that for 30 days of this program, I'm going to insist that you are strategic about making the necessary time, 5 to 10 minutes a day, to just focus on you. That is not a lot of time in 24 hours, 5 to 10 minutes a day. You mean to tell me you can't find 5 to 10 minutes a day to focus only on yourself? You can do it. It's a choice. It is a conscious effort. Some days are easier than others, but it is something that you can do. So anyway, what we were doing each day, we unlocked a new journal prompt. Participants got an email from me every day reminding them that the journal prompt was unlocked and ready. And then they had a video associated with that prompt. And we went through that 30-day journey. And it was great. It was great. There was a lot that I feel like people got out of it. We had some outstanding reviews and people just really felt encouraged. They felt supported. They felt as though, they had gotten the clarity that they needed to understand the challenges that they had been facing in their relationships. And so that was what I wanted. What I found that people wanted a little bit more of was me. They wanted more touch points. They wanted more community. We did have a community feature set up. The program at the time was in a platform called Teachable. Some of you may be familiar with it. Teachable didn't really at the time have a community feature that allowed participants to engage as much as I think they may have wanted. So that was something as we moved forward in this iteration, I wanted to make sure that we targeted and made sure that was available to folks. And one thing that was really eye-opening for me, I wanted people to be able to move through the program because, like I said, you guys are busy, right? I wanted people to be able to move through the program fairly quickly. And so 30 days sounded like really, really good to me. I know me. I know I need reminders. So emails every day sounded really good to me. But when I started to ask some of my students, they said, I don't like getting emails every day. And I don't like getting emails every day either. However, if I need to be reminded of something, I do like a reminder. So, my ADHD brain is all over the place. So a reminder for me works, doesn't necessarily work for everyone. Another thing that someone said was, sometimes I felt like if I wasn't on track with the prompts, I felt like I was falling behind. And then the emails just kind of made me feel even worse about not being on time. and I felt like I was never going to catch up. Never my intention. However, I appreciated that feedback because it helped me to figure out some new ways to keep folks on track without inundating them with emails and prompts and things like that. So here's what we've done. Here's what's different about the One Within 30-Day Reset, okay? This program now, we still unlock a new journal prompt each and every day. It is still 30 days. Each journal prompt targets a specific area of growth and transformation. It still should only take you 5 to 10 minutes per day. Like I said, sometimes it may take you a little bit longer because you want to think it through. Sometimes it's going to be a breeze and you can breeze right on through it, okay? But it is paced out to give you a new, fresh journal prompt each day. I do this intentionally because the prompts build on each other. If I gave you all 30 at once, you would skip around, do the ones you thought was easy first. You do, the things you like. You might avoid certain things. And also, and this is the same too, some of the prompts require that you reflect back on previous entries. And so having you do it in a specific order helps you to be prepared for those times where we look back. This program is all about moving forward and looking back simultaneously. You're looking back at the past, you're moving forward in your current and future relationships, okay? But in order to do that, we have to go in a specific order. And I can't have you guys jumping around and ruining all my hard work, okay? So that is why we do it the way that we do it. And we have been doing it that way. What has changed in that process is the emails, okay? So, you will get reminders from me, but they won't be every day. You will get at least one email, possibly 2, maybe 3 on said week, but definitely no more than that. Those emails are meant to encourage, uplift, remind, give you some tips, get your memory going, remind you to just stay on your goal and stay on target. So that is one thing that did change. Not as many emails, but definitely you still will have those reminders, that encouragement, that motivation that you need in order to stick with it. Okay. You will still get a daily guidance video from me to shepherd you through this process. So you get a journal prompt or a different journal prompt is unlocked in the morning. Once that prompt is unlocked, that video is also unlocked. I will talk to you about the prompt of the day and give you some ideas of what you could possibly put in those prompts. Help you jog your memory, help you come up with some solutions. Whatever the prompt is, I'm giving you some direction and guidance on how to do that. Well, another thing that we added to the 30-day reset is a private Facebook community. I am really excited about this one because I have been in masterminds and group coaching programs. And one of the things that I have found extremely helpful is to be in community going through this process or the process, whatever coaching program I was in, going through that with other people who were just like me, who were crushing it, who were doing other things, who were trying to develop a business plan or trying to do this, that, and the third. Other people were going through the same thing. I love these types of communities because you learn so much. I don't know if y'all know this. I am an introvert. I'm an introvert with extroverted moments. Okay. I don't always ask a lot of questions, but it doesn't mean that I'm not participating. Okay. And what I mean by that is I can absorb a lot of what's going on through my cohort. So I may not think to ask a certain question, or I might not be at the place that you are where you're asking a particular question, or I just may not feel like engaging outwardly, but it doesn't mean that I'm not listening. It doesn't mean that I am not picking up what you're laying down. It doesn't mean that I'm not getting something out of the community because everyone isn't going to be like me. We're going to have some community members who are super extroverted, who ask all the questions, and some that are just very much laid back. It'll be a mix, but no one has access to this Facebook community except individuals who are in the Become the One community, okay? Which means you have already been through the program in this process. So that is a beautiful thing. I'm super excited about that. And here's the other thing that we do in this Facebook community. Each day when that journal prompt is unlocked, you'll use a hashtag. So let's say we're on day 5 and I am struggling with day 5. Like, even though I watched the video, I got the prompt, I really have some issues with it. It's bringing up some weird stuff for me. What you'll do is you'll go over to the Facebook group and you'll hashtag day 5 and you write a question. Or you say, hey, I'm really struggling with this, guys. Is anybody else feeling kind of weird about how this is worded? Or did anyone else feel triggered by this? Or did y'all find it easy? What helped you get through this? Also, we're using that Facebook group to share wins, to share revelations. Maybe the prompt caused you to really think about something that you've been struggling with for a while and just could not figure out. Oh my gosh, I'm on day 18. And today it all became clear why I keep doing X, Y, and Z. Dang, this is so interesting. Or you may just have a random question. Hey, this process is bringing up so much for me. And what I'm uncovering is that for my entire life, I've been going through X, Y, and Z, and this is why. So now I'm walking into my relationship with new eyes. I'm understanding a lot more, but is this common? You may just have a random question. Your community, we are there to support you, to encourage you, to uplift you, to motivate you, to just be your sisters, okay? To be your sisters. And so I'm super excited about the Facebook component. I'm also excited about our monthly group coaching call. That is something that we weren't able to do with the One Within 30-Day Challenge, but this is baked into the program. So once per month, we will have a live group coaching call where you will get on the call. You'll have a link. And again, only folks in the program are able to access this call. So it's not just going to be some looky-loos and random folk just up in there who don't know each other. These are your girls. This is your tribe. This is your cohort. You will hop on that call. And if you have individual relationship questions, if you have, listen, my man is doing X, Y, and Z, or I find that every time my partner says this, I get triggered. What should I do? How do I handle this? Is it me? Is it them? Give me those scenarios. I'm there to answer your questions. Once a month, you get a monthly group coaching call included with the One Within 30-Day Reset. You also have priority access to one-on-one coaching. For the past several weeks, weeks and months, really, I have been talking to you about one-on-one coaching. And I told you I have, 4 slots, or I have 3 slots, or I have 2 slots. Well, them slots about to dry up. They're about to dry up because I am making myself available, prioritizing those sessions to folks that are already in the community, folks that are in the One Within community. So if I don't say I have extra slots, it's because I am offering first up those slots to students in my program because they're already doing the work. Okay. So they get priority access to the one-on-one coaching, the relationship reset coaching. It is an additional fee. It is not included, but you get priority access to it, which means you will get your appointment sooner and we can get you working on your issue, whatever the issue is and challenge is. We'll get you working through that and on the other side quicker. Okay. There's also some surprise bonuses. I can't tell you because if I told you, it wouldn't be a surprise. There are some surprise bonuses, weekly newsletter, that kind of thing. But all in all, it is a very robust program. It is not, I think sometimes when people hear journaling, they don't necessarily feel as though, if you've never kept a journal or a diary, they're like, well, what am I going to write about? I don't know what I'm going to write about. This is, it's just going to be a blank sheet of paper. No, it's not that, boo. That ain't it. This is not a blank sheet of paper. I'm giving you the prompts. I'm telling you what to write. I'm even giving you suggestions on how you can formulate what it is what you need to write. And this writing is targeted. I am targeting specific areas that I know in my over 20 years of experience working with women. I know that these are areas, consistent areas that we need to grow and transform in order to call in and attract the love that we desire and deserve. Okay. So everything about this challenge is strategic. Every journal prompt is in order in a specific way because I am being strategic about helping you get to the other side so that you can have that love that you are looking for. Okay. Now, there's one more thing that is different about the 30-day reset. Okay. And that is we have a VIP component of the program. I am so excited about that. Now, what does VIP get you? Well, VIP gets you everything that we've already talked about. Okay. It gives you the standard enrollment into the program, but VIP also gets extended access. VIP customers get extended access rather than 30 days to finish the course. You get double. You get 60 days to finish the course. So for all of those that took the course before and felt like, it was too short a time frame, it moved really fast, you're still going to get those 30 prompts coming at you every day, unlocking every day, but you'll be able to breathe a little bit more. Don't have to feel as much pressure. You can get it done, still pace yourself, okay? And if you don't get it all done, you know what? At the end of that 30 days, you'll have full access to the entire program and more time to get it all done. So you get extended access. And wait, there's one more thing. One more thing that you get with VIP access is you get an additional group coaching call. Because these calls are monthly, in the 30-day program, you only get one call. But with VIP access, you're there for 60 days, which means you're going to get 2 calls. Okay. So VIP definitely is the one that I would recommend, especially if you're someone who is super busy and you're struggling to fit it in and you're not quite sure how you're going to make it do what it do. VIP might be for you if you feel like you need extra time. If you feel like, you know what, I can knock this out in 30 days. It ain't going to be no problem for me. I don't need the extra time. I'm good. Then do the regular program. It's fine. However, for the month of November, we are heading into the holiday season. We are heading into Black Friday, Cyber Monday. We are heading into 2026. And so for the entire month of November, as we relaunch this program, I am unlocking VIP status for all students for the price of the standard enrollment. So no matter whether you enroll in the regular schmegular, okay? If you hit the button for the regular schmegular, you're going to get the VIP package. If you hit the VIP package, you're going to get the VIP package, but for the price of the standard package, okay? Everybody is VIP during the month of November. There is no code that you need. I'm not giving you any coupon codes or any special. No, just tap the button, pay your money, sign your contract, and get enrolled in the program, okay? You get 60 days of access. You can take your time. Like I said, you're getting 2 group coaching calls. You have access to the Facebook community. You get priority access to one-on-one coaching. You'll have daily guidance, the videos, the journal prompts, all of that from me, and you'll have it for a total of 60 days. Everybody's a VIP. Why is now the time? That's the last question. Why is now the time? Why should we be doing this right now? Like I said, we're at the end of the year. We're getting ready to roll up on 2026, okay? I do not want you guys going into 2026 unclear about what needs to be done in your relationships, and furthermore, hitherto too, what needs to be done with you. You've spent so much time putting yourself off, and that has to stop. We have to start focusing on our own growth, our own transformation, so that our relationships can improve. I named this podcast Fix Your Relationships because it was the simplest way for me to say exactly what I want to see you do. I want you to fix your relationships, okay? And the only thing that you can do to fix your relationship, the only thing that you can do is work on you. Other people can work on them, and you can work on you. When you work on you, things become a lot more clear. When you work on you, you don't put up with certain things. You don't call in certain things. You don't waste your time with certain things because you're very clear about what it is you do and don't want, okay? You know ahead of time what does and doesn't serve you. You will not waste your time on someone that is not right for you. You are quick to prioritize your mental health, your self-care, your self-worth. You understand what you bring to the table, and you know what needs to be brought, okay? I'm insisting that you start now on doing that work so that when 2026 starts, you are clear, when you start setting those New Year's resolutions and doing your little vision board parties, you know already, yeah, nah, that ain't gonna work for me. I need to do something different this year. Actually, I know what my goals are and what I need, and now I just need to plan it out because I've already done the pre-work at the end of the year. We're not going into 2026 haphazard, not knowing what we need to do, what we want, how we ended up here. You're gonna know. You're going to know because you're going to start the One Within 30-day reset. Okay. In order to do that, go over to drtiffanyhenry.com/theonewithin. drtiffanyhenry.com/theonewithin. I'm putting it in the show notes so that you can go right to the page and you can go ahead and click the little button and you can go ahead and get signed up for your VIP. I'm so excited for you. Yes. Go ahead over to drtiffanyhenry.com. DrTiffanyhenry. Tiffany is spelled with an IE. Don't do it with a Y because you won't get to this program if you do. drtiffanyhenry.com/theonewithin. And you can sign up right there for the One Within 30-day reset. And you'll be a VIP. You'll be with me for 60 days. And you'll walk into 2026 a new woman, quite frankly, a new you. So I'm so excited about this. I got it all out. Lasted a lot longer. This conversation lasted a lot longer than I thought it would. But you know what? I had a lot to say. Okay. And I got to share the One Within with you. I'm so excited about the One Within 30-day reset. And I hope to see you in the program. Listen, if you join, go ahead and let your girl know. Holler at your girl. Well, you will be able to holler at your girl. But I can't wait to see you inside the program. It is that time. I'm going to be talking about it all month long, along with other things. Like this isn't the only thing I'm going to be talking about, obviously. But I will be reminding you, especially as we get towards the end of the month, because I don't want you to miss out. After November, you're going to be on 30 days. You have to pay extra for 60 days. And I don't want you to have to do that. This is a great, great value to be able to give you this for 60 days instead of 30. So I really do hope that you're able to take advantage of it. If you did the One Within earlier in the year, you're certainly welcome to come back and do the new and improved version of the One Within 30-day reset. If you feel like, you want to go through it again, you didn't have enough time in the program. Again, you can do it. Come on back home, girl. I want to see you up in the house again. So it's new, it's fresh. We've got some additions that are great that you did not experience before. So it definitely would be worth your while. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining me today on Fix Your Relationships podcast. This has been an excellent episode. I'm so glad that I was able to share that with you. And I can't wait to see you in the One Within 30-day reset. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next week. Ciao. Hey, babe, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. My goal with this podcast is to bless you with information that helps you fix those relationships that are most important to you, but not before you do the self-work needed to make sure that those relationships thrive. If this episode was exactly what you needed, then guess what? Somebody else probably needs it too. So do me and them a favor. Please share this episode with your good girlfriend and let her know about the podcast. And while you're at it, hop on over to Apple Podcasts and leave a review. This really helps to grow the podcast and puts it right in front of other women who are desperate to work on their relationships and themselves. And if you haven't done so already, I want to invite you to join our community of like-minded women all on a journey to become the one. You can sign up for free at becometheone.myflowdesk.com/email. I know that's a lot, so just go on over to the show notes and click that link there. Thanks again for listening to Fix Your Relationships with Dr. Tiff. I'll see you right back here next week.